Hi friends, hope you are doing well. I'm Dr. Ganguly. Welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to talk about the game of chess and how this can help you as far as your education is concerned, your college is concerned, and even in research and so on. Now, many a time people complain to me, specifically parents, that their kids are spending all their time on their phone, they are playing video games, they are looking at TikTok videos and so on, and they do not seem to have any concentration. They cannot get out of this particular rut. What can they do? And they also look at different extracurricular activities which are likely to lead them to do better in college, better in life, and better in courses. So I will say that playing chess is one of the ways where you can actually improve your skills in various directions, and I'm going to give you 7 points as to why chess is very useful if you are somebody who is trying to become a better scholar, better researcher, better student, and so on. And even to some extent, a better person as far as your company is concerned, better manager, and a better strategic thinker. So I'm going to list 7 points in this video, and let's begin. Now, the number one point is strategic thinking. And of course, if you know chess, you know that chess is essentially a game of war, and war involves strategy. So there is a saying that actually battles are won in the general's desk when they are looking over the maps. It's not actually the foot soldiers who win the battle, they are simply the pawns in the game. So whenever you are thinking of chess, you are having to think strategically. So you need to think about not only the particular move you are going to get, but also the opponent is going to respond in a certain way. So you have to factor all these things in, and this involves a lot of strategic thinking. So you have to think several moves ahead. You have to combine different possible outcomes. You have to consider the opponent's move. You have to learn the craft of war, and all this improves your strategic thinking capability. So many a time, most people are highly tactical in their thinking, which means that they simply act on the spur of the moment. They do not have a long vision about their problem. They do not think the long game. And chess will encourage you to think in the long term. The number two issue has to do with patience. And patience is something which is becoming more and more in short supply among the present generation, because people are spending all the time on their mobile phones. They are listening to 1 minute videos or even few second videos in TikTok and so on, and therefore their concentration power is very less. Now, chess is certainly going to teach you patience. If you see any chess game, you will see that the people look at the chessboard for a long time before they make their move. So some of the skills you are going to learn in chess are how to stay focused, how to take time before making any decisions, that you need to think a lot before making your decisions, and therefore you need to apply your mind to any given problem. And you should also review all possible options before you make your move. Now, this is very important because many a time people have a tendency to act in a very spontaneous manner. And if you act in a spontaneous manner on important problems, then you can land in trouble. So this is something which chess is certainly going to teach you. The number three point has to do with derivative effects. Now, many a time what happens is that once you make a move, there are going to be moves made by the opponents out there. And one of the things chess forces you to do is to look at these effects which are also likely to happen. So if you make a particular move, you are going to think what the adversary is going to do, what you are going to do next, what he's going to do after that, and so on. So many a time when people make important decisions in their life, they only think of the immediate consequence of the decision. If they think like chess players, they are going to also think of what further consequences are going to happen because they have made a particular move. So for example, if you are applying to a certain university, you are applying to a certain job, you may have to move to a different location. That is going to entail differences in cost. What is the importance of the rank of the university? What is the importance of the salary you are getting? You are going to be able to save or not? Is there a good taxation structure in that country? What is the healthcare system? So you get the point. It's not enough to simply make a move based on one particular data point. You have to consider all the permutations and combinations which are going to result from your particular decision. Now, the number four point has to do with critical thinking, and this is something which will come out of chess, because if you become better at chess, you spend some time in chess. Maybe I should suggest that you should take part in some chess coaching centers. There are many out there. You can also learn various things about chess on YouTube, for example. And what you're going to realize is that you have to learn the different moves out there. You have to essentially look at the past games and you have to learn how to critique these games. So this is going to certainly encourage your critical thinking. You have to study the different masters and grandmasters in chess, and it's going to help you develop an analytical mindset, which is something which is very important in today's world out there. Now, the fifth point has to do with memory. And again, as you get deeper and deeper into chess, you are going to be exposed to different moves which have been made by top people around the world in chess. And so there are many moves. For example, there is the Budapest defense, there is the like Vienna game. These are just some of the few defenses out there. And so there are many more defense, many more games which have been played. So games have been played by people such as Karpov and Kasparov and various top chess players. And you can study all these different games, and that's going to certainly help you improve your memory. Now, the sixth point has to do with focus. And focus is something which, of course, will develop when you play chess, because if you see people playing chess, you will see that they are staring at the chessboard for a very long period of time, and during this time they are totally focused on this activity. So you will see that if you play chess games, time will go by. Maybe you spend 45 minutes playing chess, maybe you spend more than that. Some people can even spend half a day on a particular game, if not more. And some of the tournaments which are held in the top levels around the world, they may even go on to days. So that is something to remember. Now, one of the things, of course, is that when you are playing chess, you need to completely change from your TikTok mindset, and therefore any other problems which you have, for example, if you have problems in concentrating, are going to dissipate slowly here. You will, of course, have to keep your mobile phone somewhere else if you are playing a chess game. Finally, the seventh point has to do with the importance of non-action. And there is a general theory, particularly in the eastern part of the world, that non-action is as important as action. So much of the modern world is actually all the time busy with trying to act, trying to make decisions, and so on. But very often, it's important to realize that you need to think a lot before making any decision. So this period of thinking a lot before making is any decision can be classified as non-action. So for example, if you are a person who is getting a paper reviewed from some place, you get a review back, it's very important to look at the review, to not do something for a long time and then to respond to that. Now, there are people who get emotionally perturbed by reviews which they get which are negative, and they immediately send off some mail to the person concerned, but these are not good things to do. So again, chess is going to teach you the importance of non-action. If you are somebody waiting for your visa, if you're somebody waiting for a job, if you're somebody waiting to finish your PhD degree, or if you're somebody waiting for the admission results from your college, it's all something which is going to help you if you are good at non-action. So again, there are many who are biased toward action, but actually the person who is biased toward non-action is better off in the long run, because that is the beginning of a philosophical mindset and a stoic mindset. So this was my take on the importance of the chess game, and I hope you look at this game, you encourage your kids to take part in this game, because this is certainly going to give them a huge competitive advantage in their education, research, and corporate growth or academic growth journey.